Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, love, salutations to the elect 144 first fruit, to the sincere Akim out there preaching the word with all truth and sincerity, and to the sincere Akwath who listen and subscribe. Shalom. All right. I wanted to get in the topic. It's called, all through the Spirit, Lord willing, I'll call this lesson bare necessities. All right. The things that you need or whatnot. And in that, I want to get into, things that are necessary, what's expedient or what's not, So I'm going to jump right into it. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 10, and I'll start at 20. But I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils, and not to the Most High. And I would not that ye should have fellowship with devils. Okay? So, how more so I'm speaking on against the 2/3, even the heathens. But the 2/3 of Israel, they sacrifice to what the heathens sacrifice to. They go celebrate the Memorial Day coming up, and all these other holidays, and they sacrifice. And not even just holidays, it's an everyday thing. They sacrifice their time to devils. They give diligence to devils. They give so-called brotherly love to devils. You know what I'm saying? They're all discombobulated, and out of order. So it says, but I say that the things which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to devils, all right, to deceivers, okay, and not to the Most High, because they have no reverence towards Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and ultimately they don't know who He is, just like the scriptures say, man, they don't know who He is, all right, and I would not that ye should have fellowship with devils. You shouldn't be surrounding yourself with these heathens, with these 2/3 niggas, going, 2/3 of every tribe, man. You shouldn't be, dipping and dabbling with them unless you're on a certain level, you know what I'm saying? And even then, in my opinion, man, even then, if the Spirit, deems necessary that He gives you another measure of, faith, of knowledge, of wisdom and understanding, even then, that should give you more indication. It's like, a little more, and it's like, I'm definitely not going to be around Him like that. Because what you're supposed to be a prisoner to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. You're supposed to be a prisoner to this. We're incarcerated to this truth, and scriptures say, occupy until I come. So you should be indulged in captured, you could say, in this truth. So you wouldn't have any time to fellowship with devils, All right. Verse 21, ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils. So you can't put one foot in and one foot out. Because technically, like the scriptures say, let your yea be yea and your nay be nay. There is no gray area, okay? It's either you're going to drink the cup or you're going to go be a 2/3 Jake, man. It's no one of the, a little bit of mix it together. There's none of that, you know what I'm saying? And ultimately, you put your hand to the plow. You signed a contract. That's a life contract. All right. Ye cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of devils. Ye cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and the table of devils, man. Okay. You just can't. I know I said 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You can't do that, man. You can't. All right. Get something quick. All right. because the scripture prior said, don't fellowship with devils, and it says you cannot drink the cup of the Lord and drink the cup of devils. You cannot be partakers of the Lord's table and of the devils. All right, because this is who you're hanging around. I mean, if you ever how am I trying to say this, but devils that you're around, heathens and stuff. They're a matter of fact. I get a precept. This is John 8:44. Ye are of your father the devil, the lust of your father ye will do. So these like 2/3 and these heathens out there, they're just gonna go strictly off of carnal lusts, right? Because they are of their father the devil, man. He was a murderer from the beginning. That's Cain, all right? Esau, he from the start, from the jump, deceiving Eve. He from the beginning he was off. He was contrary. He was adverse to everything that's life from the jump. And being around men and women like that, it's gonna drown you if you're not rooted. You know what I'm saying? So Paul was speaking. He's like, I shouldn't fellowship with devils, man. Just stay clear. You know what I'm saying? Continuing, and abode not in the truth. These guys aren't in the truth. They could care less about the truth because they have no fear. They have no reverence. So why be around them? All right. Because there's no truth in him. There's no truth in them, man. They have no understanding. They have no wisdom. No knowledge about anything. All right. Our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. And real talk, that's due because they don't want to hear knowledge. They don't want it. They don't want to hear the truth because the truth hurts. But also, the truth will set you free. And they're still bound under Esau's philosophies. All right. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own. They lean on their own understanding, man. For he is a liar and the father of it. And the father of it. So when you around these heathens, man, you around some liars, some cheaters, some they're trying to supplant you, man. Jaquab, you just shouldn't. You get away from that. You know what I'm saying? Be a prisoner. Continuing, verse 22 and 1 Corinthians 10:22. Do we provoke the Lord to jealousy? Are we stronger than He? All things are law. This is kind of a point I want to make. All things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient. And, you can deal with a woman. If you have the money to buy a nice car, you can buy a nice car, whatever. You know what I'm saying? If you have a nice place, you can get a nice place. If you certain little things in the world. You know what I'm saying? If Yahweh Shem Yahushai deems it necessary that you can acquire some of these things, and He gives you the spirit to deal with some of these things, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? They're lawful. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes if you overindulge in it, it's not expedient. If you catch yourself doing something habitually, maybe you should tone it down a little bit and get back into the scriptures. All right, where you really should be indulging yourself. You should be submerged in this. So like doing little certain worldly matters. Yeah, okay, you every once, not even every once in a while, but go out to eat, go on a date with a woman or whatever. If the Most High throws you a bone or whatnot, okay, that's lawful. It's lawful. You know what I'm saying? But doing it all the time is not it's not expedient. All right, it's not expedient. Continuing, all things are lawful for me, but all things edify not. All right, and that's kind of a point I want to get. I'm gonna jump to 1 John, 1 John chapter 1 and 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. Okay? So if you keep on, doing certain things other than, if your time is being shifted into another matter other than the spiritual aspect of things, you gotta, realize like, hey, this maybe not be expedient for me. This is probably not the crowd that I need to be in cahoots with. You know what I'm saying? It's not expedient. It may be lawful, but it's not expedient. It's more of a lusting after the flesh at that point, satisfying the flesh to an extent that needs to be toned down. You know what I'm saying? It's not expedient. All right. Because ultimately you're starting, to, reverence the world more than Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to get, to bring it all and tie everything together and, with Yahushai's words. And I named this lesson, bare necessities, what you need. You know what I'm saying? The thing that you need. You know what I'm saying? The one thing that you need. All right. And this is it. John 14 and 15. If ye love me, keep my commandments. Okay. What is love? Matter of fact, I'll get it real quick. All right. What is love? In 2 John, the 6th verse, and it says, and this is love. Literally, it's telling you. It says, and this is love. So this is the definition. All right. And this is love, that we walk after his commandments. This is the commandment, that as ye have heard from the beginning, ye shall walk in it. Okay. What did Yahushua just say in John 14? If you love me, keep my commandments. Because what is love? What is love? To walk after his commandments. Okay? Verse 16. In John 14 and 16. And I will pray the Father, and he shall give you another comforter, that he may abide with you forever. That comforter is what we need. That's the necessity. All right? Continuing. Even the spirit of truth. This truth is what we need. The comforter is what we need. The spirit is what we need. This book is what we need. All right? Whom the world cannot receive, but it seeth it, because it seeth him not. Okay, the world, this is not for everybody, man. What is it? Many are called, but few are chosen. You know what I'm saying? Neither knoweth him, but ye know him. All right? We've been given, this, the water Yahweh Shem Yahushai, for even, giving us his name to call on, let alone giving us the spirit, and giving us knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. That's what we need. That's a necessity to life, man, and to salvation. All right? For he dwelleth with you and shall be in you. That's what you need, man, because he knocked on that door, you opened it, and he's going to sup with you. You got to be in all humility for him to continue supping with you, man, because you don't want that spirit to leave you. and that's a necessity, man. You know, so all things are lawful, but not expedient. All things are lawful, but all things don't edify. You know what I'm saying? All things don't edify. So, just be aware, be vigilant. You know, just watch out. You know, watch yourself, examine yourself, whether you be in the faith. You know, there's always usually just always be aware. That's pretty much all I'm saying. You know, and know what is a necessity and what is the lust of the flesh. There's a distinguishing between the two, man. And if you're in the spirit, it's obvious. So, I want to give all praises to Yahweh by Shemi Awashai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, the great millstone, who rule well. Peace, love, salutations to the elect 144. And like I say at the end of all my videos, keep pushing, keep fighting. We're almost out of here. Esau's about to drop the hammer. It's not a time to be rolling around like you got it. All right, like it says in 1 Corinthians, the 8th chapter, man. Paraphrasing, a man that thinks he knows something knows nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? The 1 Corinthians 8 and 2, if I'm not mistaken. You know, so just always have that mindset. Things are gonna get real drastic, real quick, real soon. So keep pushing and keep fighting and stay in this fight, man. You know. Stay in it. Keep your head up, We're almost at the end. So with that, I'm saying shalom.